Hey, it's Milan again with the Tuning Into the One video series. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And today's video is all about trust. Trust me, you're going to like this. Wow, trust is huge in the dating game or in the relationship relating and mating mastery piece of the equation. So much of what we do and how things end up looking and the stuff that really gets to us in here has so much to do with trust or trust issues or lack of trust or being betrayed or heartbroken or the heartache or the disappointment, the lying, the cheating, the deceiving, all that stuff. My goodness. You know, if there's one huge piece out there that we could take from the very first date throughout all kinds of relationship pieces through years and decades of being together, all of which I have personal experience with myself and I've helped hundreds of clients work through, it comes down to that inner piece about trust. Having the peace of mind of knowing that you can trust what somebody says, what somebody claims they've done, their behavior, their actions. And so it's a huge, huge, huge piece. So in today's video, we're going to kind of discuss the different ways that we either bypass or work to really walk that path in a clear, concise, and really passionate way so that you know that trust is something that you can trust on and be trustful of others. So where do you start? Well, you should pretty much start from zero. Now, what that means is that they can go up on the trust meter, they can go down on the trust meter. It just depends on what happens. So whether you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first dates, or you're looking and you're looking at this video and you happen to already be in a relationship and there's some issues, either way you look at it, there's some really basic points. Some people do little white lies, and there's the lies for love to protect people's feelings. Maybe people don't quite have a level of honesty or integrity because they're ashamed of something, so they don't care to share it. Unresolved or new feelings about other people, so you're dating somebody and then all of a sudden you're wondering what's going on, and their actions or their behavior is kind of squirrely or funny. Some red flags are coming up, just like we covered in the video from 2 days ago. And what does all this mean? When you start seeing red flags, one of the biggest pieces is going to be trust and trustworthiness. Simple way to define trust for all dating and relationships is keeping your word and keeping your agreements are the two fundamental ways that you establish trust and you build a trustworthy record. You say what you mean what you say, you keep your word, and you keep your agreements. So when you negotiate with somebody or you ask them if they will agree to something, that's an agreement. Then if they keep it, great. Even somebody as simple as setting up a date and somebody doesn't show up, or they show up late, or they're giving excuses or reasons. So we're always either giving excuses or reasons why something didn't happen the way it was supposed to. And then you have to decide, is this person trustworthy? And from that standpoint, I would suggest the 3-strike rule, which basically means that they have 3 chances coming out of the gate. So you start them at 0. You'd say you're starting to date or you're trying to get to know each other. You start them at 0 and they have 3 strikes. That means that if they do 3 severe enough things in terms of breaking trust or breaking agreements or not keeping their word, that's it. Be done with it. If you start being a doormat and you start going, okay, well, what can I do about this? I like the guy or I like the gal, and you keep going, what's the point? So the 3-strike rule means that if you do 3 things that are in the neighborhood of serious issues or deal breakers, and you go over them 1, 2, 3 times, then the part about looking for forgiveness or somebody saying, I'm sorry, and then looking to make a way of making amends or making up for it, means that you don't want to repeat the same mistake over and over again, but you do want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because to err is human and to forgive is more of a divine quality. So you want to have that aspect of giving somebody second and maybe even third chances. But after the third chance, you got to decide, is this really something that I'm seeing a pattern for? Now, I can also appreciate that someone is going to share some very tender or sensitive or difficult information. So you can also consider a situation that says, look, I'm sensing that maybe there's something off here, or that the whole truth, or you're not being completely honest with me here. If it's really something sensitive or tender or something that's difficult for you to share, I'm okay with that. Let's pick a time and sit down and have like a judgment-free zone with love and not conditional stuff. And if they have something serious they want to share with you, or something that's difficult or sensitive, then by all means do it. You know, a lot of us, in terms of having trust or honesty or integrity issues, it comes down to stuff that we have on the inside here and how we feel. And I know for me personally, with my soulmate, she still has a hard time sharing some things with me, but we've gotten a lot better over 7 or 8 years in terms of, if she thinks that I'm going to get mad, or if she thinks I'm going to get emotional or get bent out of shape, it's a little bit more challenging for her to share that information and to really, you know, speak in kind of real time when it's happening. That's okay too. A lot of times you can take your time. If you want to say something or get something off your chest or communicate something, you can write it down. Then you can write it down even in an email and then send it to yourself, and then look at it the next day and decide if this is something you want to share. So if you're not able to get it out right away and there's some stuff there that's blocking you from sharing it, hey, no problem. A simple direct solution is email it to yourself. If you want to communicate some information to somebody else and you're not quite sure how to do it, write it in an email to yourself, send it to yourself, and then you'll be able to read it from the other side and get a certain other perspective and see if that helps. I know that with my wife, my soulmate, my partner, you know, she's gotten so much better, and there's a huge advantage. She used to keep that stuff in and keep that stuff in and keep that stuff in, and then it used to just kind of well up and be like a dam bursting and exploding out. So we end up holding things in, and we're either going to, you know, repress them, or we're going to kind of like let it all out in a big tirade or something like that. So you don't want to overly express it and exaggerate it, but you don't want to repress it and push it down. So no implosion, no explosion. Write it down and send it to yourself as a way to solve that problem. I used to be brutally honest in my personal life. I used to be brutally honest. I remember a time when I was dating one gal and I was interested in another gal, and we're going up to the first gal's apartment, and you know, we're about to get romantic and frisky and intimate, and I just couldn't do it without fessing up to it. So I said, look, before, you know, things go further, I just want you to know there's this other gal, and you know, I'm kind of having feelings for her, and I'm not sure what I want to do about it, but I didn't feel right going forward. And you know what the reaction was? It blew my mind. This was when I was in my 20s. It blew my mind. She said, oh my God, thank you so much. And I was like, whoa, because I was expecting to get the full-on, all right, dude, you know, get out of here conversation with her after I shared what I had to share. But I got it from that place inside of me out. And she said, you know, every other guy I've been with before you has always found a way to cheat on me and didn't say this stuff. And she goes, thank you so much for letting me know. And then it was actually like a moment of bonding and clarity. I'm like, wow, if I knew the truth would work so well like this, my God, I would have really been practicing it. So I learned early on in my dating scene and my 20s era that the truth will oftentimes work a lot better. And if it doesn't work better in terms of the results by somebody telling you they didn't want to hear that, or that's it, then you're still better off. Remember, honesty, integrity, and compassion can all be put together in one piece. So in this holiday season, find that compassion for yourself and find that way of trusting that what's on the inside can really come out in a nice, civil, mindful way. So this is Milan wishing you the best dating success, and remember, if you like us or you want to comment about this video, subscribe, look right below this video, and we'd love to hear from you as well as have you subscribe. And of course, if you're ready to meet Mr. Right and you're ready to meet Mr. Right now, well then look below this video and you'll find a link that'll take you to a place to find out about more information on the Soulmate Attraction Blueprint one-on-one 45-minute free introductory session with me. So if you're interested and now's a good time, press the link, find out more, and remember, I only do a couple of these, 3 a week, so sign up if you're interested. In the meantime, this is Milan wishing you amazing dating success in your life and relationship mastery. It makes all the difference in terms of the quality of experience. This is Milan saying bye for now.